When you look at currencies, certainly one of the reasons we have seen yuan go from what, a year ago, about 6.3 to the dollar, now to 7 and rising in terms of the value. Will the trade war, if it continues, continue to put downward pressure on the Chinese currency?
Hi, thanks for asking this. Yeah, so like we just our forecast for end of this year for USD-CNY is 7.23, which is still some upside from current levels, but we actually see some technical support from now until November, because there is a likelihood that the two leadership will in US and Japan, in US and China will meet each other in November. So we see some downside from that. But as you can see from last week's FX reserve release, China is very reluctant to use their FX reserve to defend their currency. And the August escalation between US and China has changed the FX stance from PBOC. So now they are going to allow more depreciation in CNY. So we are looking at 7.23 by end of this year.
So on the dollar side of this, I know that you are a bit concerned. You think the US dollar is overvalued against other major currencies. So after a medium jobs report, a Federal Reserve that still looks ready for rate cuts, what could weaken the dollar in your view? And do you think that's likely to happen, or are we going to continue to see what you're calling an overvalued US currency?
Yes, so we do see the dollar is extremely overvalued. If you look at Federal Reserve's broad trade-weighted dollar index, it's actually the highest level in recent 20 years. So the overvalued, the valuation is extremely high. But as you can see in Q4, there is a lot of risk events such as the Brexit or the uncertainty surrounding US-China trade talks and a weaker CNY. All this actually put some downward pressure in EM currencies. So and we have already seen from their rates positioning, FX positioning from all the mutual funds that investors actually have inclined to put their cash in US dollar assets, which can continue to push higher dollar. So in Q4 this year, despite we think dollar is extremely overvalued, but we still see a dollar higher from current levels, especially against Asia EM currencies. So we see higher dollar, Sing dollar, for example, or higher dollar Korea.